Hello fellow Paragoners and welcome. I have a Narbash jungle for you today. That's right, I said Narbash jungle. And guess what? Narbash turned out to be my favorite jungler in the stress test. Believe it or not, yes, that is true. And it's for many reasons. Now, obviously he's not capable of being an assassin. He's never going to output damage like a Kalari would. But Narbash brings so many other aspects that other junglers don't. Is Narbash going to be the most competitive jungler? I doubt it. But I think that for the vast majority of the player base, he's definitely going to be a viable jungler. Just the utility that he brings is really awesome. The sustain, the move speed, the stuns, the slows. Not only that, but his ability to body block is also at the top of the cast. And I do feel like body blocking is going to be one of those skills in Predecessor that will distinguish the top players from just the average players, because with this with Narbash, obviously he's one of the largest members of the cast, and this really helps him in that regard. Here a gadget makes a big mistake jumping down, and we're gonna try to chase her down. Because we got the Q, we can catch up after that root. The gadget, thinking that she can out DPS us, makes a big mistake. Blinks away, we follow up, and we thunk. And the Chimera was second guessed himself, because he saw the Howie coming, blinked away, which was probably unnecessary. And but still, if he just ran away, he would have survived there. So a fatal error by the Chimera. There was no reason why he should have went down there. Oh yeah. But with the red buff, Narbash is a threat. Believe it or not, he is. He's super tanky, and he as you saw against a mage that early, we can hold our own. Absolutely. And we got the Brimstone on our way to our Fire Blossom, which is going to help our jungle clear immensely once we complete that item. As Narbash, unfortunately, maybe some junglers can skip the cleave item after Fire Blossom. Narbash is not one of those. It's pretty much mandatory that you rush Fire Blossom and then you get the cleave. That way your jungle clear speed is actually decent. I think Fire Blossom and Hellfire are the quintessential items for junglers. It should be, every jungler should get that as their first item. It doesn't make sense not to, because of what they provide, and especially all that extra DPS that you gain just by existing. It's insane. And a side note for the Sevarog players out there, getting Fire Blossom or Hellfire, that extra magic damage aura, when that hits jungle creeps or minions in lane and it kills them, it adds to your stacks. So it's another reason why it's a mandatory item on playing Sevarog. Well, generally you would go Fire Blossom, not Hellfire on Sevarog, but you get the idea. Here we just help buffer our mid laner, since there was some action there. And now that things have calmed down, we grab the orange buff, which we're going to utilize to get our red buff. Because, you know, again, Narbash is not the biggest damage dealer out there, but using an orange buff to secure a big boy buff, that's absolutely a great move. Helps us get this down much quicker. Now, Narbash, he actually is my favorite jungler. Believe it or not, he absolutely is. He doesn't pose that much of a threat by himself, and that kind of sucks. But when you're ganking lanes is when he shines. It's the fact that Narbash is just when he has one person or two people around, they all become so much better. And it's insane. I really hope that he finds a home in the jungle. Once Predecessor releases for early access, I'm certainly going to try to see if it's possible, because I loved playing Narbash jungle. The play style is so much fun, and yeah, it worked out quite well. I have another Narbash jungle game if you guys are interested to see. Here we're gonna gank the left lane. The Drongo didn't escape. We missed the thunk, unfortunately, but we pop our ult, and then watch this. The body blocks. It's easier. It's so much easier to body block as a Narbash. And I think you're going to see some plays in the future where you have some players that are really good at body blocking that just bring other players to a complete stop.
Enemy tower under siege. Enemy tower destroyed.
Dude, we're making it happen, Ishta Comic. You know what? I'm backing. So we get our Fire Blossom and we buy our Sapphire Mantle. And Sapphire Mantle, I started to test this out, and I really like Sapphire Mantle. Now, for those of you who don't know what Sapphire Mantle does, what it basically does is that when you activate it, you take less damage based off of the health missing. So that what happens is, when you pop it when you're low health, you really don't take damage. You take a damage penalty, a damage penalty as well, and you can't do that much damage as a result, which is fine because as Narbash you're not auto attacking for that much damage anyway. But what happens is the enemy team gets like this tunnel vision where they want to kill you, and your Sapphire Mantle, it basically saves you, and your teammates kind of get an extra 2 to 8 seconds of just wailing on them because they see that you're low and they want to finish you, but they're unable to because of Sapphire Mantle. Here we save our teammate, stop the Chimera because he could leap on him, and the Chimera blinks away, but we catch up with our speed. This is one reason why Narbash jungle shines. Unfortunately, we missed the thunk there that would have just flat out finished him, but we still get him. And now the Drongo, he is doing some damage to us, but again, we just use our Q and we just peace out. And we're safely away. But Narbash, think about that. We just got Chimera. We finished him. Look at that. We big and we tanky. We got him to burn his blink, and all we had to do was use a Q to catch up. So I really think Narbash jungle is going to be slept on. Sorry about that, guys. That was my phone. Don't. But unfortunately, this game was a it was a quick game because I guess the team just the enemy team just felt demoralized because I guess that, you know, it was 9-2, which is by no means an insurmountable disadvantage. But I guess they felt like, wow, it's a Narbash jungle, and maybe they just, I don't know. I think that like they should have stayed in it because I think probably the longer the game goes on, the worse Narbash jungle is. But it's going to end soon. But I have another Narbash jungle match in my folder. But guys, what kind of heroes would you like to see? I have a few: Bellica, Faye, Steel, Sev, Fang Mao, among others. Let me know what hero you'd like to see next in the comments below. Everybody, thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Plenty more Predecessor content on the way, and also soon with Overprime stress tests right around the corner, we'll jump back into the Overprime world. Thanks for watching, everyone.